doing the wrong thing before I got fed up. She said, but I did finally get fed up. She said, his friends didn't tolerate him. She said, but Lisa did, and I was hard on Lisa. I gotta get back up again. Sorry, they literally do make me cry because their emotions are so intense that their emotions are, it's just the way it is. I'll never be able to explain why it happens, but it's just a validation that she is so intensely sorry, that she was so hard on me.
I never really thought she was that hard on me.
She said that's the beautiful thing about you, is that you never really see the bad ship in people. I don't know why she came up with the word bad ship, but the bad ship in people. She said, you're always forgiving. She said I could literally went and burnt her house down with everything in it, aside from your family, but you burnt your house down with everything in it, every memory you ever had. She said, and she would turn around a month later and she'd have forgiven me. She said, because that's her soul. And I didn't know that about you, so that's actually fantastic, and thank you for being that way. I appreciate that.
Well, don't hold grudges.
Yeah, but that's the human thing, is to hold grudges, That's our way of thinking, and I'm proud of you for not being that way. I'm proud of you for a lot of things. If I might, outside of spirit, speak to you, I'm proud of you for hanging in there. I'm proud of you for being the best parent you can be. We all just try. I tried. I failed at a lot. We all just try.
Yeah.
And then you were left with a lot of hurt, and then still trying to be a parent. It's just a lot. So, all right, back to Zandra. I apologize. All right, so Zandra, she literally just showed me her in the kitchen cooking. So I don't know if she's trying to, but let me first see if I can get it before you tell me. I don't know if she's trying to tell me it's a favorite meal or if it was a favorite gathering that y'all would have. And it could have been every gathering, but she's trying to show me that. Cooking in the kitchen, everybody there, bumping elbows, she's trying to tell me that was an important family time for you with that family. It was just so, not intense, like, oh, I gotta do this every day. No, it was so important to you. It was so loving and so, accepting. It was a time that everybody was accepting you. She said, she said, I did give her a hard time. She said, but when holidays did roll around, there was no hard times. It was nothing but love for everybody at that point. And she said, at every gathering, it was like that. She said that was our closest moments, because everything was about love, and there was no family issues being brought into the gatherings. She said, so we were all very loving, and she said that was my favorite part. So I apologize thinking it was your favorite part, but it was actually, and it may have been, but it was her favorite part.
It was. I mean, it killed me when the gathering started getting fewer and far between. It still kills me to this day that Tamara I don't get to see the kids.
She wants to talk about Tamara in a very positive way, of course. Of course, Zondra's not going to, but I never let my spirits go negative, ever. She wants to talk about Tamara, and I don't care how much time this takes, actually. Tamara is caught up in her world. Tamara is still caught up on trying to be the best mother she can be, trying to be the best wife she can be. She's caught up in trying to be perfect. The perfect mother, the perfect wife, the perfect house, she said she's caught up in that for some reason. And I know Tamara, but I don't know her well enough to know if that's always what she was, or she always tried to achieve perfection. She said, but it's not that she doesn't love you. It's not that she doesn't love April. It's not that she doesn't love her other family. She said, but she's caught up in perfection and she don't got time for nobody. She said, so don't take it personal. She said, because everybody's going through it with her. She said, there's issues in the home, not particularly her home. It could be her part of the family. There's issues in her part of the family that she's also not communicating with them as well. Even the ones that she used to communicate with. Her sister? She has a sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
She does have a younger sister.
Yeah, she does.
Zandra is showing me this little. Well, no, she's not little no more, I don't guess, but she's showing me that she has a little sister.
I forgot her name, but yes, she does. I forgot.
Look, spirit ain't wrong, so I never. I'm like, oh yes, she does. But she said even that relationship is strained because not Zandra, I'm sorry, but Tamara's putting so much into that, and it's not her fault. She just wants to do things right. She says she's so afraid she's going to mess up. She said, I watch over Tamara all the time. She said it's a beautiful soul she has. And I believe it, Tamara. I love Tamara so much. She said, but Tamara's just trying so hard. So hard, you know. She said it doesn't mean that she loves you any less or that she doesn't want you to see her children. Or she said she just caught up. She said, let her get a little older. She'll start realizing, that she has to calm down, or her insides aren't going to be able to take it forever because she stays, very balled up because she's like, okay, did I do that right? Did I do that right? Did I say that right to her? Things like that. All right, so basically, Zondra's trying to tell you not to take it personally because it really isn't personal. She said she loves you. She said she's got no problems with you at all.
Oh, I know she calls. I don't talk to her all year long, but on my birthday, she calls and wishes me happy birthday.
Well, that don't tell you something,
I
girlfriend.
know, but it just breaks my heart that I got to watch the grandbabies grow up and not see them. Got to watch them on pictures.
Yeah, I know. I would love to see them more often myself, but I think we all do get caught up in our life. Even you, even I, everybody. I think we just get so busy living that we forget about other people. She's talking, I'm sorry, but she's talking faster than my brain receptors can accept. So I've got to get her to slow down. She is down to talk. She's laughing about, and it's not funny. I want to let her know this right quick. It's not funny. You remember when I was laying? Oh, what do you want, fur bucket? I was laying. I was kind of sitting up in our bed, and I'm sure I posted on Facebook, but the big wolf spider came down my arm.
I think I remember that.
Ooh, she thinks that's still funny, but that's not funny. She's like,
See, I always thought you being afraid of spiders was funny.
She's like, she's screaming like a girl. Well, I am a girl. And yes, I screamed. I probably stood there like an Indian going around in circles going, woo! I was trying to tell her, spider, spider. And she's like, I don't see, oh yeah, there it is. So she's really laughing about that. That's not funny. Everybody always thinks what I go through with spiders is funny. She said, ha ha, she's a girl after all. I was like, that's not funny either because I've always been a girl. I just don't like glasses. All right, good enough. Thank you for your voice and your opinion. Anyway, that's not. Mm-mm. Hush. That's what he does to me. You bark, bark, bark till I let him out. Not right now, Hurricane. Sorry. Did you and her go somewhere? It don't really have to be like 100 miles away, but did y'all go somewhere in her van?
We went a few places in her van.
Somewhere in particular, somewhere that wouldn't just been like, oh, we went to a store. Somewhere, did you go visit somebody or?
I'm trying to remember.
Whatever this time was, y'all were having a blast. It was just you and her. She's really showing that y'all were cutting up, y'all were getting along so good. And she said, by the way, you always got along. She said it was me that you couldn't get along with. No, I said that wrong. It was me that gave you a hard time. You was always willing to get along with me. You was always willing to do whatever it took just to have peace. You know, and she said she just didn't, she knew you had a good heart. She said she just didn't see your heart like that until she passed over and was able to see your heart. She said, I had no idea. And she really just said it like that. I had no idea how loving and caring this woman is. She said, and I gave her a hard time. But that, she keeps saying that. I say, okay, Mama, that's enough. She understands you gave her a hard time. She said, but I could be an ass, strong-willed, selfish, pushy, talk too much. Not just like a conversation, talk too much, but you know what I'm saying, talk too much. She said I was wrong for that. She said she could take it back, she would, but no, now that I was wrong for that, and I'm sorry. She just wants you to know that you're loved. Really, that's all they really want ever when they come visit, or they visit all the time, but she just wants you to know that you're loved and that she appreciates. She said that's the first thing I wanted to talk to her about was how much I appreciate what she did for my son. She said, there's no better gift she could have gave me than to take care of my son. She said, and I never blamed her for his death. She said, I don't know, did you feel like she might have, or you were scared she might have, but she said,
No.
I never blamed her. It might be just something that she wants to tell you. I never blamed her for his death, and it's not her fault that she didn't take things away from him. She didn't, you know, she said you couldn't baby him 24/7. She said it's not your fault that you couldn't. It's not your fault that you didn't. She said, first of all, it's not your nature to control somebody like that, even if you know they're doing wrong. Mm-hmm. She said it's not Lisa's nature. She said she's not strong enough of a person, and it's not really a lack of being strong enough. It's more of a, you wouldn't do that. It's just you wouldn't do that. That's all. You're not one of those, you are Wonder Woman, but you're not one that would go beat somebody up, Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. So, she said, if you even think about having any kind of remorse or blame of yourself for not removing the things, she said he would have found them anywhere else. She said you could have removed them all you wanted, she said, but he would have found them somewhere else.
Oh, I know that.
So she doesn't blame you, and she said do not let her blame herself. Okay, don't blame yourself. I guess she's still telling me what to do. Jeez, sassy. She said, that's right. She said, I've always been sassy. She said, one thing I'm not going to change. I'm always going to be sassy. I said, okay, no problem. She said she really did love her job. She said she really was tormented on retiring, but she knows now that it was God's plan to give her a little time, you know, before she did pass away. Because she was retired a year before she passed away, right? Right around in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she said it was all in God's plan. She said, I was really on the fence, and she was. I remember. I was like, just longer, go ahead. I mean, dang, she put the time in. That's one thing Zonda was a hard worker. She really worked. Mm-hmm. But she said that was God's plan to allow me some home time before I passed away. She said that you starting now. She said she wants me to tell you this. She said this is not coming from April, because if it came from me, she said some people may see it as an ego thing. She said, but April is starting to realize that when people have readings with her, things start happening for those people. Not like I have a superpower. Do not get me wrong. And I have no ego about this. But I'm just noticing, like, it's not that because of the reading, it's more that your mind opens up a little bit more and you start understanding, yes, they're always here. And you start looking for signs and symbols. You start seeing the feathers, and you start seeing things that might have been, well, I didn't turn that like that. Well, I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Anytime you see things like that, it's Alan or Zandra. Zandra said mostly Alan. He said he's there a lot. She said, you're so precious. She said, just continue being who you are. She said, because you're a good person. She said she actually wants the world to know that Lisa Mcmanus is a good person. And you are not being a good person right now. You're going to get her thinking. Come here and give me that book. He's a little mouthy when he wants to go out. Come here, mister. Or I could get Hurricane under control. Do you ever go through family albums? She shows me you flipping through family. Well, she'll be flipping this way, but she's showing me this way. You'll be flipping through family albums, and you look a lot at the family as a whole. Like, look at it. There was Zandra, there was Vic, there was Alan, there was everybody right there. Like, you look, you get more enjoyment out of the gathering, the get-together pictures. Not like you know, when you look at you and Alan in a picture, you go, you know, that's my heart, I love him. But you get so much enjoyment, so many more feelings, so much happiness from those gathering pictures. She shows me you were just inside, you're just like, wow, you know, that was really good times.
I miss that.
She really shows me that you're just, when you know, you can be looking through, you can be casually looking through, like, oh, let me look through this, and let me look through that one. She said, but when you come to those photos, it's just a stopping point for you. You just stop and you look and you think and you go, yeah, I remember this, and this is what she cooked, and this is what Vic said that day, you know, or this is what Alan did. Not in a bad way, but this is what Alan did, you know, they were playing or whatever. Always, you know, positive. Mm-hmm. She said they mean so much to you. She said, don't stop. She said, don't. She said, even when you get married, she said, don't stop flipping through those photos, because that was a time in your life and you deserve to continue to remember those times and think about those times and enjoy those times. Mm-hmm. She said, just because you're married doesn't mean anything in your past has to be taken away. She said, you're married to be fine. She said, she said, I can't predict the future, Lisa. She said, but if you're anything to
Jesse.
Sorry, I apologize. Anything to Jesse the way you were to Alan, she said your marriage will last forever till death do you part. She gives you credit for everything. Everything that you ever had to put up with, everything you had to go through, even before Alan. She said, you had a rough time even before Alan. Mm-hmm. She said, and I don't know you before Alan, so. But they know everything. They can see things. They just don't know the future. That's God's thing. That's mm-hmm. not spirit guide. That's not my spirit team. That's not anybody. The one that knows future is God, because we are of free will. We can do whatever we want to do. We can say, okay, we know the door on the right is the right choice, but we're going left because we're free will. Mm-hmm. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, I talk so fast because they talk so fast. She said, I hate to do this to you, but I really have to check the time.
You need to look on my phone?
She said, joke's on you. Is it 10:56? You think? I don't know if my tablet is correct. I don't mean to be like this. minutes. I just have to make sure I get to the bank before
Yep,
12 o'clock.
10:56.
Okay, we're still good then. We're plenty good. I'm only a mile from the bank. This is important. So, she wants to talk a little bit about her childhood for whatever reason. She said it made you who you are. She said without, let me put this up 'cause I hate skinning here, guys. Without the people that entered into your life, whether they've been good or bad, she said you wouldn't be who you are. You wouldn't have been made who you are.
Mm-hmm.
She said, so always remember, because I don't know if you think about some things in the past that might hurt you, emotionally hurt you. She said, always remember without that, you wouldn't be the damn good person you are right now. She said, so actually instead of looking on it and hurting about it, or for lack of a better word, you just have to make your own words up sometimes, Hurricane. She said, use it as a tool to believe. She said, look at that rock right there. She said, use it as a tool to believe that you are actually lucky for everything that's ever happened to you, because now everybody else around you is lucky. Alan's lucky. Jesse's going to be lucky. Your son's lucky because he does have some issues. And without your patience, if he was in another family, brought up differently,
Mm-hmm.
he said, some people may have locked his ass in the closet. Literally. I mean, that's literally, she's very intense when she's saying this. She said, because of his issues right now. She said, nobody can take it but Lisa. And she said to give thanks to your past and not let it, she's talking before Alan. She's not talking about with Alan. She said, give thanks to your past, because without that, you wouldn't be the mother you are with the patience you have.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, that's what is the driving force to continue to allow Justin to try to become his own person. She said, what he needs is to become his own person, and he will. She said, but she's reiterating what Alan said. If he's not in just a specific group for the loss of, not a loss of an adult, but a loss of a parent, she said he needs to be. Because it will open him up like you wouldn't believe. And she said, I don't care if he says he ain't gonna do it. Tough, she said. If you're ever not going to be tough in your life, that's fine. She said, but this time, she said, I'm telling you, he needs to be in some sort of therapy group like that. It doesn't have to cost a lot. It's just you can either, I don't know, she's telling me this, so you can either probably find some free groups on Facebook, she said, to help him through the loss of his dad, the way he left,
Mm-hmm.
and the anger. She said, if you do that, she knows for a fact that there's somebody in there that he's going to connect with, a male, and she's saying that although it's not going to make him perfect, it will help a lot. She said, just do that for me. She said, do that for Alan. She said, you'll see a difference in Justin once you get him into that. She keeps showing me like just a group for the loss of a parent, whether it be through I don't want to say too much on camera, for the loss of parents, but she said, please do that for her. She said, please. She said, I'm telling you, believe April. Look at that rock again, because she just made me look at it. Look at that rock again. Believe April, and trust what I'm saying. Find that group, and you'll see a difference. So you can believe that you need to do that. I mean, you don't have to. We're all of free will, but it will make a difference.
Okay.
So you went through your childhood. I'm not really trying to go through your childhood. I don't know about your childhood, but Zandra said a lot of parts of it were pretty rough for you, emotionally. And she said she just wants to tell you one more time to make sure that you use that as a thanks to who you are now. Because if you hadn't went through that, you wouldn't be who you are. You would not have stood by Alan at the times he always needed you the most. You would not be standing by your son because it's too hard. You know what I mean? Some people, it's too hard, they're out of there. I don't care if it's their son or not. he wouldn't have put up with her shit. She said, you wouldn't put up with my shit for sure. She said, I was just a mother-in-law. I wasn't the person that you were in love with. She said, you stayed in love with that man to the day he took his last breath. She said, there were times you questioned even if you even loved him anymore. She said, but you went back to your senses. You knew you were still loving that man like there is no other love. You know, there's separate love. There's love for children. There's love for your man. Mm-hmm. She said you loved him like. She said you doubted yourself sometimes just because of the pain and hurt he would put you through and the moving around. She said you just. Oh, come here. He's very sissified. So it could have been anything that got stuck to him. What happened? She said you just wanted to stay in one spot, be a family, and live the picket white fence. You know, walk this picket white fence and you're behind it and you're living like Cinderella, not money-wise, I'm not saying that, but love-wise and family-wise. And she said no matter how hard Lisa fought for it, she just couldn't get it. She couldn't get it. Not from my son. She said, I'll hope and pray that she gets it from this one. Because like I said, they don't know the future. She said, I want to tell her what Alan said. Please be patient with this man because he doesn't not like your child. And she said, to be honest with you, Lisa, Justin's not going to be there forever anyhow. He's going to be grown. He's going to go on his way. You scared me to death. What is wrong with you? You okay? You got something on your foot? Well, let me see. Let me see if I feel anything. Come here, hold on. I don't feel anything. What is it, baby? You okay? I'll check you out in just a minute. So she said that she's going to step aside because your mama is wanting to come through. She said, but I just wanted to reiterate some of the things that Ellen had already told you and also tell you how important you were in my life. Whether she ever told you or not, she said, I'm sorry if I never told you. She said, but you were important. She said, you are still important. She said, you got my grandson. She said, there's nothing better than you in his life. She said, he gives you a hard time because he's angry. He's not angry at you. He's angry at his daddy. She said, I really believe that you're going to take care of that. She said, because you've always been on top of his issues. She said, and beyond that, he's got, I don't know, I really don't know beyond this, she said, but he's got issues beyond his anger. There's like issues that he might have been born with. ADHD.
He's got ADHD.
ADHD. Okay, that's what she's trying to point me to. She said, that doesn't help. Mm-hmm. She said, that's throwing his brain here, and he's over here, and he's over here. She said, the poor kid. She said, it's not just his behavior. She said, his brain goes a little too fast. Mm-hmm. So, all right, so we're going to let Zandra go. Zandra, thank you for being here. And the sweet things that she said, very sweet things. Mama. Now, I don't know your mama. Did I meet her once at a family get together?
A couple of times.
Oh, there again, we're trying to make April remember something. Your mom said you bitched and bitched and bitched. And yes, they use those words because those aren't cuss words, particularly. You know, it's just words that humans made up. She said you bitched and bitched and bitched about her smoking with the oxygen in her nose. She said you were going to blow up the house. Mm-hmm. And she said, didn't blow up the house. She said, funny. She said, if I could smoke now, she said, I'd still be smoking. She said, but I have no use for it anymore. She said, I'm in pure love, enjoyment, and she said, Lisa, you won't believe what it's like. I mean, she's like so excited. She said, you won't believe what it's like over here. She said, I don't feel no back pain, no knee pain, no leg pains. She said, obviously I have no reason to breathe. I'm a spirit. Ha ha. Lord. She had that kind of humor, huh?
Yeah.
So she said, I do watch over you. She said, I watch over you. She said, some of the men you dated is not okay. She said, I've always been blunt and I ain't gonna stop now.
I know.
She said, I realized I gave you hell growing up. She said, I was hard on you. She said, but it's not that she's making excuses. She's just trying to tell you what she felt. She said, I wasn't the best parent because I didn't really know how to be a parent. She said, I was an idiot. And I just told her we all were. We all mess our kids up. It's just a matter of how bad we mess them up. But we're going to mess them up. She said she loves you. She respects you. She said she's like, we'll see about this one, Jessie. she just, we'll see about this one. She said, but I want to tell you not to cry for me. Of sad tears, she said, because you would not believe how good it is here. She said, the love and just the no pain. She said, I'm out of pain. She said, pain ate me up. She said, my chest pain ate me up a lot. She said, the burning, it wasn't like a heartburn. It was more burn, burn in her chest. She said, but I didn't give up them cigarettes.
No, she didn't.
She said, why? What for? I was already doomed. She's saying it funny. She's not being negative. She said, what for? Why not enjoy what I wanted to enjoy before I died? So, she said that puppy? Could it be this puppy, or is she talking about a puppy of hers? Does she have a dog?
No, she didn't have one. I mean, years and years ago she did. But...
Well, she could be speaking of that one. Because once you're passed over, and some of that dog's passed over, so she's more than likely she is speaking of that one. And also, I know for a fact she's telling me that she sees this one and is loving it. Is like, oh, it's so cute, She is. Sorry, I've been having trouble with my throat all morning. Not sick-wise. Before everybody panics and buys my toilet paper. I'm not sick. It's just dry throat. But she is. Dang it! I went off track. Damn, sorry about that. What was her name? I apologize. Diane. Okay, Diane. Yeah, I'm full attention, not my throat. That's what she was telling me. Is there somebody that would have been a brother figure to you that has passed? Or a father figure? Not your father, but anybody that's close to you, a male. She says they're here with me to not worry about them because everything is good. She said, we're all good when we pass over.
No.
There's definitely somebody, because she's showing me this person. I can't visually see their face, but she's showing me a male figure. She said that you were close to. Could be somebody of your past, obviously, but... And you'll think
it's
of it.
It's not happening, is it?
No. You'll think about it. Because I do have people that go, I'm not sure, but they'll call me later. Because they have a memory beyond our memory, so... She said she's not going to make her as long as everybody else's. She said, because my daughter, I love her. She's beautiful. She said, I'm going to say again, we'll see about this man. She said, all I know is he better treat her right. She said, because my daughter's been through enough with men already. She said, she's had enough, and I have to. She said, I'm not tolerating any more of this shit. She said, I will come through April if I don't like this man. You're going to know about it. She said, I'm going to give him a little more time, though. She said, so far, so good. Dang, she's cracking a whip on your ass.
She always asks.
Dang. She said, so far, so good. We'll see. Literally, she just don't trust a doggone thing. She said, we'll see. She said she visits Justin. She said she's not his guardian angel. She said she's not, but she does visit him often. And he does have guardian angels. He has spirit guides. We all do. She said, but I'm not the guardian angel. And probably his dad. As a matter of fact, I think she just literally pushed me over to look at his dad's face. So his dad is going to be his guardian angel. He's going to be the one that watches over him to make sure he doesn't get, run over by a car or something like that. Mm-hmm. Before it's his time. Now, when it's his time, he'll get run over by a car. I'm not kidding. I mean, I am kidding. I didn't mean that. She's talking so fast. I'm so sorry. She said, I'm just kidding. She said, but as far as not kidding, she says, what I mean is that when it is his time, his dad will be there, like his, it's going to be his guardian angel, and he's going to, she said, I'll be there too. She said, I'll be there. She said, your dad will be, is your dad not passed, is he? Mm-mm. But, of course, we're all going to die eventually. But it's not Justin's time, so Justin could be 80 years old when he passes, so. But she said there's nothing but love and comfort here. And she said don't ever underestimate the person you are and ever think that you're going to pass over and go burning. She said, I'm not burning. She said, I ain't burning. She said, if I got through, you'll get through. She literally said, if I got through, you'll get through, and your little dog too. Almost like the Wicked Witch of the West or something. Is there something to that?
We used to call her that because her last name is West.
That's literally, she was saying it like, and your little dog too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. She said, I said that. She said, it's funny. She said, first of all, it's funny. She said, but I just want to validate for Lisa that you're not crazy, April. I said, well, Lisa's going to think I'm crazy no matter what. I said, but Lisa believes that you are here. And I can feel that you know that it's your mama here. I don't know these things, And I certainly wouldn't thought about your little dog, too. That's cute, though. Oh, yes, still.
Does she have anything to say about my brother's daughter?
What's your brother's daughter's name?
Paisley. She said she's very smart. She said that she's a handful. She got any kind of health issues? Yeah, she's showing me that this is like, like big and tough. Like she's not, almost like she's not gonna have health issues for like years. You know how usually some people are like, I get the flu every year. She's almost just strong. Maybe not physically strong. I don't know. I've never seen her, but she's mentally strong. Mm-hmm.
She said that she would kick a boy's tail in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, well, she's just turned 2, but yeah, she's got a bigger brother that she gives him a run for his money.
The reason I went to that because she showed me kicking a boy, which to me meant, she ain't afraid. She'd be knocking somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a handful. She said, but she's got a good heart, and that's never going to change. She said, this girl's going to do things. She said she's very strong-willed. She said she's more strong-willed than a normal 2-year-old. She's like, my way or the highway.